Like first, for like feminist movements, like they're trying to fight for the rights of the women, and second of all about the movement that trying to fight for the marginalized groups such as the minorities religions, minority belief, minority races, minority ethnics, and so on and so forth. We would like these progressive movements in order to make them easier to advocate in developing country. We have to take one of those weapons that we believe will be worked out by using the narrative of the religion itself. So please take note, judges, that we are talking about the progressive movement in here. It's for the non-extreme progressive movement only. Like for example, this is not harm other people, and second of all, this do not against the religious rules or duty itself. For example, even if I'm part of the progressive movement, I do not tell my followers to do not wear hijab, which is this or do not pray or 5 times a day, which is actually clearly against the rule of Islam, for example. We do not do that. What we want in here, our progressive movement is still in line with the purpose of the religion and also do not harm other people. So what is the religious values? Like first, it delivers the equality for people, spread kindness and justice, and also respect. Our goal is simple. We want to advocate the true narratives of religion itself, not only the popular one. Like second of all, we also bring such an expert like a priest, like Ustad in Islam, for example, which is the one really trustable in here. And third of all, like we want this progressive movement goals will be achieved. And and the last one in religion is something that is easy to accept for all of the people around the world. So all of the goals of the progressive movement will be achieved at the end of the day. So let's move on to my arguments. But before that, is that okay? All right, 3, 2, 1. All right. In my arguments, I have one argument, which is why is it good for us to bring the religious narrative itself under two layers. Number one, first, what is the benefit? What is the benefit if we use the religious belief narratives in order to spread the movement and advocate those people? Like first, I already stated in my setup that first, it's easier to be accept the tendency of people who live in Bangladesh or in Indonesia, they tend to believe about religious statements instead of like saying scientific research, for example. If, for example, in the status quo, if you are sick, like your parents tend to giving you to dukun, for example, instead of you going to the hospital with you for meeting the doctors. That's happened in the status quo. Which is we believe that if we only we take this kind of thoughts in order to make these people trying to deliver our message, this is the right path. So let's see what happened in status quo, another level it happened internationally. Society is very hard to tell, especially for those people who live in developing countries. In Bangladesh, no matter how many people who advocate, like do not marry underage women, underage girls, do not suppress women, do not let them work, do not let them trap in their house. There's a lot of for couple years, several years, or several decades, they still kept doing that. But there is no significant impact that happened, ladies and gentlemen. They still keep suppress the woman. They still condemn the woman who wants to pursue their dream in the university, for example. Which is it's a one of the biggest proof or evidence that the progressive people that happened this whole time doesn't work at the end of the day. That's why in this kind of motions, as the government team, we would like to pursue this motion by putting several religious narrative. So first, so they will more listen to it because they believe that if we bring the God's name, it's more easy to believe by them. For example, we instead of saying that you cannot go to the doctors or you cannot for example that pardon, for example, that there's a minorities people like in America we have black and white people, for example. If we only tell them in conventional way by saying, it's not good morally, it's not good for you to do this because we are the human beings. But if we're telling them using the religious narrative by saying God will punish you if you do not respect your people, and then they will eventually do that because they're scared of the name of the God, ladies and gentlemen. Because of that, we believe that this is very helpful for those people to make them listen. Because first thing, the baby step that we need to do is first to make them listen first. Second layer is that first we would like to counter a popular false religious narrative that society took these days. For example, like the popular narrative that happened in the society, like for example, in Islam, they trying to dictate people by saying woman's best place it should be in the kitchens, and people glorify this narrative. Why is it better, ladies and gentlemen? Because they do not seeking for any other alternative or any other narrative that actually exists. Our job is we would like to advocate that. For example, in Quran, they actually trying to believe that women's it's historically women and men is actually very equal. Like for example, in the past, women can go to war as what the men do. And what we want to bring the value is that in religious Islam never suppress the woman or never trying to put women under the man itself. So that is why we believe that if we trying to use this kind of narrative into our movement, it will eventually fix the false popular narrative that happened in the status quo. And because of the reason, we believe that this is all of the best for us, and we were really proud to propose. Thank you. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you, guys.
Okay, so I'm inviting the first speaker of position in this debate. Please welcome. Okay, so I will be the first speaker. Hmm. Okay, so give me some minutes. Okay, for POI reverence, just unmute your mic and just give me the rebuttals. I will not read the chat. For my pronouns he or him, I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so today debate is the motion is this host progressive movement is development should not actively incorporate religious in their advocacy. Incorporate we I mean by this was there was a really such thing like bone in the advocacy that will be happen in the progressive movement. The progressive movement with me I mean by this was a really big things that really affect many life. This really difference from the government team said that this really just a small thing. But we really trust the progressive movement is a country whole big scale of country level that will affect many of life. Okay, so first I will split my speech into three rebuttals, argument, and clash. First, they said that in fact the nowadays in this world it's just really okay for girls to wear they use the reason the girl wearing hijab in public, but in the status quo right now and in the fact that in the June Eco that this was a false concession. Why? Because there are many harassment for girl wearing hijab in the public, like we said in the France, in the Europe world, in the America. There are really a very many cases, and also there are people that like burning the Quran in just happened like a couple months before. So why they saying that they really just like closing one of their eye they really saying this was not a deal, but in fact this really a deal. Many things and many facts has been happened. Then into my argument. Nowadays, we know that one of the reasons why countries stuck in the country was because of the bad research. We really know bad human resource is so easy to bring into the conflict. Why? Because they have stagnant mindset. I mean by bad human resource was someone that don't have modern knowledge, good norms, and religious heart. This is why we bring the progressive movement. We should not incorporate religious in their advocacy. This will only bring a conflict. Will make a grave in the society. This will really a bad things. Why? People will really think they are the best. They are the best. Only their voice should be heard. They think. So it's only bring the new problem. So there's no reason we should not incorporate religious in their advocacy. Second, as I said before, one of the reason of the bad humorism was religious drunkard. There are religious drunkard really used to make them own into problem. They're really easy to make them into a problem. The strike holder of the public can easily use them. The bad humor research. As I said before, in my first argument, this only bring a new problem. This will not work in enemy situation. Why? All of one, all of us want peace. At the end, this will only bring a new problem, really bad problem, conflict in society, public interest, and so in developing country with unstable economy and politics, they only bring a new issue, new problem. They only will make a new hope for the developing country government. Will we trust that the progressive movement mean by this was really to make new better things? But after all, for us, this only bring a new problem. From the first government want to make a progressive movement for goods. This only will make the situation become worse. But after all, this situation this only make a new problem, establish safety in the country, economics and politics. I said before, progressive movement should not be incorporated with religious for goods. Why? I sure that these things called progressive movement will affect many life of the human. If I say in big scale of society, although after the progressive movement was, although whatever the progressive movement was, we really trust this was a big thing. So it's fair in order to make a good of advocacy of the stakeholder of the interest should not be incorporate religious in their advocacy. If bad happen is the bad thing happens, this only make a new problem. Bad human resource will start blaming the religious that incorporate of their advocacy. Yeah, again problem. In all of three of my argument, this thing after all only make a new problem even worse. So there's no point after all of the of him saying. That's why we dominate in this debate. Thank you.
Okay, the OO spends 4 minutes and 40 seconds. 4 minutes and 40 seconds. To respond to please from the LO, please welcome the deputy leader, the deputy prime minister to continue the debate in government team. Here.
Check, check. Am I audible?
Yep.
Okay, someone can you are become a timekeeper for me?
Sure. Check the chat. Check the column chat.
Okay. If you have any PI, you can drop it or unmute yourselves. It's feel free. I will accept one POA after I speak in 5 minutes. Okay. Before I also do a disclaimer if I this is a very sensitive issue. So if I do a mistake, it's just only for a debate purpose. I'd like to start my speech in three, two, one. Ladies and gentlemen, our motion today is that this House believes that progressive movement in developing countries should be active in corporate religious narrative. Why is very important? Because of what? Because in developing country, they are with that they easy to change better than in a developed country. They are very with that very fast to develop, so they can easily to change their value. So that's why it's very strategic to us to put our values inside of this country itself. Before I go into my points, I would like to do a rebuttal. First is opening opposition said that they said about if we still continue this motion, means that it will impact for our society, such as, for example, society social harassment, social gap, and also social punishment or something like that to to the progressive movement or progressive group itself. Second is about they believe that the issues of the in developing country, they still keep their values, such as they are very conservative, and they don't want to accept another value to come to their to their society. Let me clarify more clear about this motion. This motion want to do the another alternative solution because of what? Because we see that in the status quo right now, there's no effective if for example feminism using a scientific reason to giving a narrative to society, because society is very difficult to accept the scientific reason. For example, that we are human, we are equal, we are have has the same biological anatomy or something like that. So the society is not really accepted because they still has their own beliefs in religious side. For example, if we put feminism, that for example in Islam, that Islam is respect fully respect with the women, but in the fact that for example women can easily to get access of education, to can get easily to access of the job, same like the men get. So if we put this value in the religious, it will be easy to them to accept it. That's why we believe about that. Now going to my point, my first point is about a society stigma. Society is stigma and status quo is a very what's that status quo is not like the opposition team said, that is not welcome for progressive movement. That's why we want to try this alternative, this very strategic, because of course, because in the first that the progressive movement just do the way such as put in giving us scientific reason, but it's not work well. So we need a new solution to solve this. For example, because of what? Because society stigma is keep the different perception, keep the different culture, and also they will easily to judge or was that to do a punishment if there is if there is a progressive movement happen in the society. But here, if we do was that put our values slowly into this religious, during by the time they will accept this value, they will understand, and they will know oh, in the real life we are different, we should respect each other, we should protect each other. Going to the second argument about religious value, you, why religious value is very strategic to apply this motion, because all of the religious is already teach about already teach about the moral, and also the kindness, and also the ethic. So every religion want to peace, every religion want to keep a peace, and every religion was that suppose the human to becoming better than before, even in the status quo that you the some of the people claim his religion are best than the other, but the religion didn't touch it, didn't teach it, because the religion just only teach the was that the better value, the better value, such as in the, for example, in the praying, in the believing in God or something like that. But they don't teach, for example, you have to differentiate between men and also women in the education cases, in also in the workplace or something like that. Going to the third argument, the third argument is about we believe that in the developing country, such as in Indonesia, they put the Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. All of the religious live in the harmony, and they are very friendly. That's why we want to show that we want to show all of the world that the developing country
I
is a, yes, please.
how you saying that in Indonesia there is Bhinneka Tunggal Ika and don't or raising, but in fact there are really many raising in the public, like we say, tragedy Simpit, and in Papua war between religious. How?
Okay, I get your point. Uh, in in status quo, believe or not, in every country has our conflict, but the conflict itself is not only coming from the progressive movement, but it's coming from for example low level of the justice, low level of the education, low level of the security of the country. Is not on is not was that is not only one caused by the progressive movement itself. Now going to the last point of my thing is we should keep the harmony values in our society by using what's that, the progressive movement to our narrative. So w- until the end of the day, we brought to we brought to purpose this motion. Thank you.
Yay! So the Deputy Prime Minister spent 7 minutes and 12 seconds, 7 minutes and 12 seconds to respond to case from the full government team benches. Now I would like to call upon the Deputy Leader of Opposition to close the debate here. Yay! Jiggle, do your best, come on. Jingle, are you here? Are you here? Jingle, are you here? It's okay, you can talk to us. Hello? Oh, oh, hi Jingle, are you here? It's okay, you can give a sign if you don't want to talk, at least you use like a reactions, or at least we know that you are here.
Or you, or maybe Jingle forget to turn on his or her
Oh
mic.
yeah, yeah, could be. I think in case you forgot to turn off your microphone, you are not audible. But if somehow we have another factors that makes you do not want to speak, it is okay. You can still talk to us because it's not really karena debat malam ini is not really a proper debate. So let's become more casual. Kita lebih casual aja. If you have some problems, you can just tell us. Or if you somehow, for example, the worst case, you don't want to speak, you have a speech, and please inform us so we don't have to wait for you. Are you here, Jingle? Jingle's here. Hi. And okay, you ready for the speech? SDGNO. Okay. No. Oke, gimana nih guys? So sebenarnya aku reveal aja ya, kayak sebenarnya aku tuh selama ini tuh lebih sering nge-eju daripada nge-debat, jadi debater. Nah, aku tadi tuh diam-diam ngambil catatan dari semua tim dengan harapan mungkin aku bisa sedikit kasih feedback. Tapi aku ya kayak daripada kayak sentris ke aku aja, I think it's better. It's okay, don't worry. Uh, kita bisa kayak have a like discussion gitu loh. Karena even if debatnya kita kayak nggak seperti yang kita harapkan, but at least before we go out from this Zoom meeting, kita dapat sesuatu gitu loh. At least we got new knowledge by our discussion mengenai mosi yang kita udah debatin tadi. Karena kalau menurut aku mosinya tadi tuh kayak mosi yang pasti banget bakal muncul in case kalian tuh ikut competition yang lain. Nah, karena Jingle Joffer have not prepared his or her speech, gimana kalau kita langsung masuk ke OE aja? Gimana?
Agree. Sure.
Okay, let's go. Okay, hi, I'm Midi. Okay, kalau gitu aku mulai dari introduction aja deh dari awal. So, hello, I'm Midi. In case you don't, you need my track record. I've been a N1 adjudicator as a panelist in NUDC. I hope I am credible enough to give the OA. So kita casual aja ya. Aku mau bahas dari motionnya dulu. Okay, now, jadi motionnya kita malam ini itu adalah this house believe that progressive movements in developing countries should actively, jadi ada kata actively, incorporate religious narratives in their advocacy. Atau kita Indonesiakan adalah Dewan ini percaya bahwa gerakan-gerakan yang progresif di negara-negara berkembang itu harus secara aktif menggabungkan nilai-nilai atau narasi-narasi agama di dalam advokasi mereka. Kayak kalau mereka mau ke jalan-jalan, kalau mau demo, kalau mau spread pesan-pesan mereka, itu harus kayak masukin nilai agama gitu loh. Anggaplah contohnya, ini kayak parallel example-nya aja ya. For example, aku mau ngadvokasi soal for example feminisme di sosial media, tapi saya kayak bawa ayat atau bawa beberapa penggalan ayat dari Injil atau dari Al-Quran atau dari holy books yang lain atau dari perkataan Nabi atau Prophet misalnya. Jadi kayak gitu gambaran kasarnya. Jadi kita akan masukkan atau kayak naratif atau tidak kayak narasi-narasi yang berkembang di masyarakat gitu loh. Contohnya kayak narasi apa ya yang nggak basic. Contohnya in our world di Indonesia kita sering diajarkan kayak berbaik-baiklah kamu kepada manusia, sesama manusia gitu. Anggap itu narasinya. Jadi kayak kita mau membawa narasi itu based on the religious itself. Jadi sebenarnya berdasarkan agama. Pertanyaannya adalah gimana kedua tim harus bawa ini. Sebelumnya jenis musik THBT itu adalah motion value judgments, di mana kamu itu sebagai oposisi, sebagai government, kamu itu betul-betul harus mendukung 100% dengan narasi ini, dengan kebijakan ini. Kayak kamu itu harus betul-betul mau progressive movement itu di negara berkembang harus pakai religious belief, kayak nggak usah kayak kamu power for example. Dan sebaliknya, berarti kalau di opposition harus bilang kalau kenapa kalau kita secara aktif incorporate religious narrative itu bakalan buruk. Jadi ini soal main good dengan harm. Good itu yang kebaiknya yang mana, manfaatnya yang mana, yang buruknya mana-mana saja. Berarti kalau di government bawa baik-baiknya apa, kenapa ini kalau kita actively incorporate religious narrative bakalan baik, dan kenapa kalau di opposition kalau kita actively incorporate religious narrative itu bakalan buruk. Jadi itu supposedly to be bring in this debate for. Nah, kita bedah lagi nih musuhnya. Untuk yang ketiga kita bedah musuhnya. Jadi ada 3 kata kunci menurut aku di sini. Yang pertama progressive movements. Yang kedua adalah actively incorporate dengan religious narrative gitu. Nah, menurut aku ini ada kata yang harus kamu underline adalah actively incorporate. Jadi secara aktif, secara pokoknya secara signifikan gitu. Kamu pakai itu untuk progressive movement di negara-negara berkembang. Pakai religious narratives. Jadi itu key points-nya. Berarti kalau kita di government, aku mau secara aktif mau nyebarin, menggabungkan narasi agama di dalam advokasi aku. Berarti kalau kalian nggak mau secara aktif. Debat seperti ini biasanya dibawakan kayak gini. Government mau secara aktif, di oposisi itu nggak mau aktif. Sebenarnya ada dua cara oposisi bisa approach debat ini. Yang pertama, biasanya based on my experience, ada yang nggak mau secara aktif, ada yang betul-betul nggak mau. I don't know which one is better, tapi biasanya the way opposition seems this debate, kalau memang mereka mau main safe, for example, mereka nggak bilang, mereka akan bilang biasanya, iya kita nggak larang kok kita pakai religious narrative, asalkan nggak aktif aja. Versi yang kedua adalah betul-betul nggak mau pakai religious narrative sama sekali. So that's for the introduction. Sorry if it's took so long. Sekarang kita lihat gimana tadi debatnya berjalan. Okay? Now, aku mulai dari government dulu. So the government key points tadi itu ada 2. The reason, ada beberapa. Yang pertama, the reason kenapa government berpikir dan percaya bahwa ini akan lebih baik karena satu karakteristik dari negara berkembang. Contohnya tadi yang kayak aku bawain dengan itu kayak Indonesia, Bangladesh, Afghanistan misalnya, itu adalah negara-negara yang betul-betul kental banget soal nilai-nilai budaya, culture, dan agama. Right? Itu karakteristik dari developing country yang kita bawa. Nah, yang kedua, we also tells you kayak bagaimana interest dari progressive movements. Kalau kalian ada di debat di mana dia membawa suatu organisasi misalnya, baik kayak movement-movement gini, even if ini bukan actor motion ya, at least kalian bisa tahu gitu, kayak pasti progressive movement ini, movement apapun pasti punya goal atau tujuan atau interest. Kita bilang interest mereka itu bermacam-macam. Kalau feminist movement, ya pasti interest mereka adalah memperjuangkan hak-hak wanita. Kalau dia grup movement yang memperjuangkan kaum marginal, kayak misalnya orang-orang yang minoritas agama atau minoritas ras, mereka memperjuangkan hak-hak mereka. Jadi itu interestnya. Nah, kalau yang kedua yang ketiga adalah religion. Religion itu kayak gimana sih karakteristiknya? Nah, kalau di government tadi mereka bilang kalau motion ini fiatnya yang nggak perlu diperdebatkan itu mereka bukan, sorry, definisi mereka adalah ini adalah progressive movement yang kita bawa itu progressive movement yang non ekstrim. Jadi yang kayak kita itu nggak mengadvokasikan karena kita progresif, tapi kita tuh masih inline dengan ajaran agama. Misalnya kayak tidak menentang aturan agama, for example kalau di Islam suruh pakai jilbab bagi cewek itu nggak boleh kita apa ya, kita tentang kayak kita karena kita progresif kita mau mereka buka jilbab, enggak, kita nggak mau kayak gitu. Jadi kalau di government tadi mereka maunya tetap sejalan dengan aturan agama, tapi it's not that bad gitu loh. Kita nggak ikut yang buruk-buruknya, kita tetap satu jalan dengan ajaran agama. Nah, let's see, kalau dilihat debatnya kayak aku rasa tadi agak, karena kita kurang persiapan juga ya, I didn't blame anyone, jadi kayak tadi tuh condong ke government team. Tapi for me, in opposition, tadi tuh udah approach kami tuh udah lumayan bagus, but several things yang masih missing. Dimana kamu bisa lihat kalau kamu sadar in opposition team, di sini akan ada problem yang bakalan terjadi kalau kita lebih mementingkan membawa narasi-narasi agama dalam advokasi kita. Yang kayak kamu bilang satu, tadi si Earth bilang in argument ya, bukan dari battle, akan ada sense of superiority atau apa ya bahasa Indonesianya, akan merasa akan ada satu pihak yang merasa lebih superior, yang merasa lebih baik daripada yang lain. Which is itu benar, but unfortunately nggak dielaborate tadi itu kayak gimana sih maksudnya. Yang kedua, kamu juga bilang ini bakal bikin worse skenario, ya kamu bawa harmnya tadi, kayak bilang ini akan bawa new issues yang buruk di developing country, ini bakal nge-affects many lives, dan itu bakal bikin worse semuanya and so far. Itu benar, itu gak salah. But the problem is that karena statement kamu terlalu umum, jadi I kinda find it hard to imagine, untuk membayangkan kayak ini kayak gimana ya yang kamu maksud dengan lebih buruk, itu seburuk gimana, seburuk apa gitu. I think better untuk provide better argument instead of stating why is it bad, stating kalau ini buruk, daripada kamu bilang A ini buruk, kamu jelasin kenapa A ini buruk. Do not only state yang cuma sebutkan, misalnya kalau kita masukkan ini ke dalam advokasi kita, ini akan buruk. But explain juga kenapa ini buruk, and then kasih kasih example kayak gimana gambaran kalau kita tetap kekeh masukin nilai-nilai agama dalam advokasi kita. Nah, for me tadi itu yang kurang di oppositions. Dan juga nggak adil sih, kan tadi si Gigo gak speech, jadi it's kinda nggak balance tadi. And then pas di counter lagi sama pas di LO tadi juga di opposition, kamu tadi nggak respon dari PM dari aku yang bilang kalau di debat kamu adalah orang-orang pakai hijab itu get harassed, bakal tetap ada juga yang get harassed even if dia pakai jilbab. Dan yang kedua adalah masih ada juga kasus-kasus orang-orang yang burn Al-Quran. Nah, which is dua hal itu betul, kayak cewek yang masih pakai hijab itu tetap masih ada mengalami kekerasan atau pelecehan, dan yang kedua orang-orang itu masih ada juga kok yang menistakan agama kayak ngebakar Quran. Tapi aku nggak paham apa korelasi antara kedua hal itu dengan si progressive movement ini mau mengadvokasi nilai interest mereka, mengadvokasi nilai-nilai mereka. Itu aku belum lihat gitu loh tadi relasinya kayak gimana. Jadi sebaiknya in order for you to win the debate, kamu kaitkan juga dengan mosinya. For example, kamu kan tadi kan aku bilang kalau kita ini mau orang-orang lebih cepat mendengar karena kita pakai agama. Karena aku tadi bilang orang-orang itu jauh lebih mendengar di developing country daripada kamu bilang jangan ngebully orang, itu nggak baik. Mereka akan lebih dengar, kamu jangan ngebully dia, nanti Tuhan marah, kamu akan berdosa. Mereka lebih memilih yang kedua kan. Kamu bisa bilang itu nge-counter, for example, dengan kamu punya rebuttal tadi by saying no, even if dengan religious naratif itu tidak membawa situasi lebih baik. Karena satu, even if some of people listen, walaupun ada beberapa orang yang mendengarkan, tapi faktanya di lapangan tidak semua orang mendengarkan. Dengan bukti, satu, masih ada kasus-kasus penistaan agama di mana menjadi bukti kalau orang-orang itu tidak menganggap agama itu sekrusial itu. even if I sudah bilang kan, kayak aku dan Kak itu bilang di government kalau orang-orang itu di developing country bakal lebih denger-dengeran kok kalau kita bawa Tuhan. Tapi faktanya, kamu bisa bilang tadi di opposition, no, even if most of them listens, but there are some of the people who actually did such kind of violations. Itu exist juga. Nah, itu kayak gimana? Nah, makanya jadi aku tuh tadi ngecatat beberapa poin yang menurut aku bagus dibawa untuk opposition. Yang pertama, kenapa ini buruk? Karena satu, ini akan unfair, nggak adil. Sistem ini nggak adil, dan yang kedua itu akan bias. I think better kamu jelasin kenapa dengan membawa agama itu justru akan membuat satu tidak merepresentasikan semuanya. Kan agama itu kan banyak, right? Agama bukan cuma 5 agama yang ada di Indonesia misalnya. Kepercayaan itu banyak. Kayak gimana government itu bisa yakin kalau dengan semua agama yang ada di sini itu bakal mewakili semuanya. For example, even if Islam adalah negara mayoritas, even if saya bawa ayat dalam atau bawa narasi-narasi agama di dalam advokasiku, nggak semua orang juga akan terima karena nggak semua orang Muslim gitu. Simply not all of the people is Muslim. So how in opposition you have to make sure these things it's not fair, ini nggak adil, dan pada akhirnya ini akan berdampak pada ya udah at the end of the day kamu tujuannya kamu untuk mengadvokasikan nilai ajaran-ajaran kamu, mengadvokasikan pesan-pesan kamu di progressive movement juga gak bakal tercapai karena agama juga terbatas. Dan yang kedua, yang terakhir adalah klaim government tadi kan, alasan kenapa situasi di negara-negara berkembang kayak masih ada patriarki itu nggak hilang, itu karena mereka nggak kasih masukin nilai agama dari awal. Padahal bukan itu masalahnya. Masalahnya sebenarnya dari awal progressive movement itu tuh nggak seaktif itu di negara berkembang. Emang nggak seaktif itu. Makanya daripada kamu masukin nilai agama, mending kamu stay netral tanpa memihak apapun. Itu prinsipalnya. Dan yang kedua, lebih baik kamu fokus dengan mengaktifkan gerakan-gerakan progresif ini dengan lebih efisien, dengan lebih signifikan di negara berkembang ini aja gitu. Itu sih menurut aku yang bagus tadi dibawa untuk oppositions. I don't want to talk too much, but that's the thing that I see that's better in the debate. Jadi debate-nya ini aku konklusikan aja, aku simpulkan di government, well udah bener tadi kayak gimana kalian harus jelasin kenapa ini baik. Di bawah alasan ini baik untuk supaya progressive movement ini pesannya bisa tersampaikan dengan baik. Apa yang mereka advokasikan itu bisa lebih dapat diterima. Tapi di oposisi, kamu jelasin kenapa ini buruk, dan pada akhirnya pesan-pesan yang kamu mau advokasikan ini nggak bakal tercapai juga. Jadi itu yang harus dibuktikan oleh kedua tim. Aku harap ini jelas dan aku tidak berbicara dengan sangat-sangat belibet. Okay, I think that's all for me. I'm so sorry if I take too long. But I'm really happy to meet you guys for tonight's debate. Yay! Okay, that's all for me. Let's talk. Jangan aku sendiri dong bicara yang lain juga. Ayo, cover. Gitu. Yay!
Okay,
Yeah,
for oral indicators. Ini nggak pertama kali aku nggak ada Yeju dan nggak ada debaters.
Kan I'm so happy that I get this kind of opportunity, dapat kesempatan bertemu kalian.